All right, hello everyone. Welcome back. Good morning, and lovely image that we had there in the background of all the mobs bursting into flame and exploding. Today we are actually able to go into Age 3, so we're going to look into what is needed for that and finish up crafting that because I have the tedious process of making it completely done. But I will walk you through the recipes just so you're able to see what it is that's needed. I'm also going to just show off a couple of things that I've made to make a couple of different things a little bit easier around the base. So here we go. Uh, so if we come down to the main facility here, I actually made one of my first multi-block machines with Immersive Engineering. This is the assembler, and right now I have it creating treated wood planks. I had set it up to make all the uh, wooden poles. Is that what they're called? Yeah, wooden posts. Because you need a whole bunch of wooden treated wood fencing to make it. And so I was running it through this machine by pumping out the uh, crazy oil into the assembler and then also loading this up with wood. So that's the first thing, and then the other thing was I made a revolver, and if you shift right click, you can access the chamber where you have all of the bullets. And if we come over here to the workbench, I've made an engineer's blueprint for common projectiles. And so we have a castle cartridge, armor piercing, two different armor piercings. Huh, okay. Buckshot, silver, and high explosive. So like this one, it requires 180 casing, 1 gunpowder, lead, 2 lead nuggets, casing, gunpowder, lead nugget, silver nugget, buckshot, iron dust, steel nugget, tungsten nugget, gunpowder, and a TNT for this one. But I am out of gunpowder at the moment, so I am not able to make any of these right now. But once I start, I'm able to getting the automated mob farms going, then I will be able to set up one for creepers and just get all the gunpowder that I need for that. But I have it here just so I can get that going. So now we're going to get into the meat of things. This is the Empowerer. And if we look at the recipe here, this is the final recipe here. We need Rosetta Crystal, double battery, display stand, and 2 iron casings. The display stand, looking at the recipe, is 1 advanced coil, 3 ethnic green blocks, and 3 ethnic quartz. This one is relatively simple. You just take a block of quartz and you put it in front of the atomic reconstructor and you get ethnetic quartz. That's not what I wanted. That's what I want. Ethnic green is going to be a chiseled quartz block. Make sure that is the one that you are actually looking at because I was first put the quartz block in front of it, in front of the atomic reconstructor, thinking that would give me one without actually reading everything. So you do need to make a chisel in order to get this stuff here. And then advanced coil, which is going to be 8 gold wire around a basic coil, which is going to be Rosetta crystal around a black quartz. And so that's the display stand. And if we look at the double battery, it's going to be 5 Enri crystals around an advanced coil with a single battery on top, which is going to be 5 Enri crystals around an advanced coil with an energy module on top. And this is where you start getting into the actual calculator mod with the calculators and everything. The last 2 recipes for this one require the scientific calculator, which isn't expensive at all to make. But it's going to require purified coal and a power cube to make the energy module. And if we look at the purified coal, it's going to be enriched gold ingot and enriched coal. And if we look at enriched coal, it's going to be coal coke and the coal dust, which is what you would have gotten from your pruna seeds in the greenhouse. Now, something that I figured out, purified coal, after going through all that, is 10,000. And if we look at a standard piece of coal, it's 1,000, isn't it? Yeah, 1,600. And coal coke is 3,200. And so this thing here is 3-4 times as good, almost, as probably 3 times. Close to, yeah, close to 3 times as good as coal coke. I don't know if I can use this in my blast furnace. That's something I didn't think about. I wonder if I can use this in here. I'll try that out later. But let's see, scientific calculator. So just looking at that's not what I wanted. There we go. Recipe for the scientific calculator. 4 enriched gold ingots, 2 reinforced stone, 2 calculator assemblies, and 1 calculator screen. Like I said, really simple once you get a known method for steel going, pretty good. So it's the crude blast furnace is a lot faster than this setup here, but this setup is basically renewable energy. But this one is, you can upgrade this to the reinforced blast furnace, which you can add on things to make it go faster. So again, it's just your choice of what you'd rather have. I have both going so I can get double the steel coming out, and I still haven't taken all this steel out. But again, it's your choice on whichever method you want to get. I did make this charging station for Immersive Engineering. So if we look at this charging station, 2 iron ingots, glass, doesn't matter which one it is, 2 treated stones, copper coil block, and a MV wire connector, which would be 2 hardened clay, 6 iron ingots, and 2 LV wire connectors, and then the copper coil, 8 LV around it in crystal. So you put that down. You do have to connect it up to the MV wire connectors and MV wire. This right here. So looking at this, electrum wire around a stick, electrum plate. I looked at the wrong one. Electrum ingot. Let's see. Gold dust and silver dust to make your electrum for right now. And I put this together because I found that it was a little bit faster in charging than your power cube that you first make. So that was the reason why I made it, and then eventually I will be making tools that will be using that more and more often. So we come back to our main part. All of what I just talked through now makes the Empower, and this is going to trigger Age 3. Age of Engineering. I now have a trophy. So we're going to put this down. I'm going to get another sign. Yeah, where did my signs go? Oh, come on. There we go. I had one. There we are. H3. Okay. So now we can get into the empowered age. And if we put this down, I just want to check this out. How does this? Oh, that's not what I want to shovel. I want this. And actually, let's look here. Age of Engineering, empowering age. Needs a battery. Got that. Got pruna seeds. You'll need 4 display stands. To set the Empower up, you also need 4 display stands placed on the 4 ends of the Empower, 3 blocks away, and provided with power. Blocks you get through the Atomic Reconstructor can be empowered. Beware that those need a lot of power, more than usual. Crystal blocks need several million RF. You can now make 3 out of the 6 Empower blocks, Rosetta, Palace, and Void Crystal. For the other 3, you need to craft a thermal centrifuge. Now you can make advanced circuits, then be able to make advanced tools and machines like the mining laser and thermal centrifuge, which combined with the ore washing plant gives you higher output from your ores and gives you the option to build a nuclear reactor. That might not be a bad idea. I also make the algorithm separator from calculators, so you can make more machines like the advanced greenhouse and starch extractor, which generates power from fuel and wheat. That's not a bad one. You can also upgrade the advanced greenhouse to the actual additions farmer or the garden close. Now also able to generate power from 4 different kinds of oil that actually addition adds using the Quinella press, fermenting barrel, and oil generator, as well as other actual additions generator like the leaf eating generator. Huh, the solar panel. I've got 2 solar panels going already. Solar panels 2. Another thing you can do is getting started with grid power, using it for automating or using one of the many different generators. Another way to auto mine resources also opened up, the vertical digger. Let's take a look at this. What is the vertical digger? Oop. Block of redstone, 12 million RF, a drill, iron casing. How much to make a drill? 3 drill core. I actually found one a while back, so that'll work. Can I make one? I can make one though. Okay, so it wouldn't be too difficult, but I found one, so it shouldn't be a bad idea. Which means I can... Where'd you go? I think my drill's out there. I do have a drill from Industrial Craft that I was using. I'll find it later. But I can retire that one if I make one of those. But let's see. About setting this up. So when you're making the Empower, it does need 1 in the actual recipe, but having 4 more is what's needed for this. So how do I set this up? Also need 4 display stands placed on the 4 ends of the Empower, 3 blocks away and provided with power. Alright, so if I place this here, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I need to power these. Let's see here. There you are. Okay. So 1, 2. Oop, 1 off. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay. I'm just going to do it this way. There we go. All right. So I attach, I'm gonna need these. Oh, bugger me. Okay, so we are going to go like this. Okay, so I don't need that right now. I'll worry about setting up the charging station later. For right now, let's get this back up there. 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 And oop, that's not what I want. Put that in the wrong spot. So let's go back down. Mainly what I'm doing with this is I'm testing to see if I'm doing this right. Okay. So, okay, and then alright, so that is filling up. And I'm going to need to do that with all 4 of these. And I don't know if I need to do it with that one. So I'm pretty sure I have this set up right. Huh. Well, we'll worry about this. I will get all 4 of these powered up and go from there. There is one thing I want to make that's supposedly, let's see, sturdy casing. There we go. Oh, I do need to power it. Alright, fine. Alright, I will get all that figured out and I will be right back. Alright, we've got our Empower going. So I had the setup wrong. It's not at the corners, it's actually to the sides, the top and bottom. And so this is actually the layout for how it has to be. Each one of these display stands holds 800,000 RF, and it does take a while to load up. I did double up on a couple of my power sources, but I'm not sure if that's actually doing anything. I got 2 watermills here. I've got 2 windmills there. I didn't put a second one on this one. I'm not sure if these 2 doubling up on these is actually doing anything, but I do like the look of the double windmill, so that may be one reason why I just did that. That one's a little disconcerting though, with the double windmill. Well, double watermill, I like that look. But the double windmill, you can see it's slightly off balance there. But as we can see here, we are now making the sturdy casing, which immediately goes into age 4. And if we look at it, we go in the power, we need a bronze gear, a bronze plate, 2 bronze item casings, and 1 bronze large plate. So I now have all of those, and I do have pieces to make a few more, mainly because, well, you never know how long this is going to, how much you're going to need to work the sturdy casings with the upcoming builds and things like that. So this is actually Okay, so it is gaining power. That is totally at 800. You aren't completely at 800. So you got drastically reduced. What's going on here? I'm definitely gonna have to figure out a better option when it comes to power generation after this, because while immersive engineering looks cool and I really do like it, um, it's not something that I can uh, sustain this much progress on, because a couple of my other things that I'm going to be building in the future are going to be costing in the millions for RF. So I thought this was loaded up with power. But it looks cool. I like it. I'm trying to figure out why this is all the way up there and this one isn't. Let's go look. So this is the layout I have. It's all MV wire relays. Let's see, nothing in there. This is the one. Yeah, huh. Weird. Nothing. Well, that bad boy's got a lot. What do we got in my high voltage? Basically nothing. But I've got, I might want to make just might want to make another one. Or do I want to upgrade these to medium voltage? Honestly, I don't know. Well, let's head back up and see what we can do to get this working. So right now, it's like every 600? 7, 8, 9, every 1,000. Yeah, so every 1,000 it goes in. Requires 2 million RF. So yeah, this is going to take a while. I thought I had this full of RF, but I guess I was wrong. So I will be back when all of this is fully made then. Alright, well, we now have the sturdy casing, and that only took almost 25 minutes. Yeah, I gotta figure out a better way to power these things, because I'm definitely not doing anything until I can get doing another one of these until I can get this powered up fully. So before I pick this up and get the next stage, I am progressing a bit more on the base. I did a little bit while I was waiting. So I've got a bit of a catwalk, build up the wall. I'm going to put in a few windows here. I've got the start of it right there. One reason why I'm putting up the walls now is I didn't realize that the mobs over there could actually walk onto this. I thought there was enough of a space, but there isn't enough of a space, so I had to put up the walls a little bit extra. But the next step with the building process is to level out that section and make it flat for the future build of where I'm going to put the rocket pad. So again, like I said, that's going to be over here. And then we'll go on from there. And yeah, let's do this. Then I think I need to drop it. There we go. Age 4, the farming age. Let's take a look at this. Farming age. Can start forestry now. Is needed for basically all machines. Can be crafted in their power for 2 million RF. Trophy for ages 4 to 6. Be sure to pick up the item. Yep. Thermo fabricator. You're not able to make multi-farms. Okay. Tubes need redstone ingots and thickened glass, while the fabricator itself needs clear glass from environmental tech. Easier recipes is stable. Lovely! If you want to change the farms, you need circuit boards. For that, you need calculator circuit processing. Easier recipe is disabled as well. Alright, the extraction chamber extracts circuits with a chance of 12.5% from dirt or cobblestone. Later, you can use the precision chamber for a 100% chance. Damaged circuits get repaired in the reassembly chamber, while dirty circuits get cleaned in the restoration. Process chamber can do both, but is not available yet. Circuit needs to be analyzed in a chamber which needs no power and gets you some byproducts. Well, that's good. Some circuits may turn out stable. You can then store the analyzed circuits in the storage chamber, which you can craft later. Need to be exactly the same, which means same texture analyzed and not stable. To automate these machines, you can use the PA wrench to change the color of the block size, which match the color of the slots in the GUI. Should also start bee and tree breeding, yay, as you need it later. If you are new to bee breeding, read wikis or YouTube tutorials are recommended. Basically work towards an aviary, which means industrious and imperial bees. I'll need normal temperature and humidity. It'll only work during the day, so the perfect spot to mutate them is in the mining dimension, which you can access from wherever you're settled. Yes. Also, if you imperial bees, you can access the mutating frames from more bees. 3 of them guarantee mutation for most bee species. The other 2 frames are for more production and are better than normal forestry ones. These super cool frames are 4 times as good as an apiary, but you need access to icy bees and a healthy supply of copper. Essentially nice for seed oil. Working towards cherry and nut trees should be your first goal. Okay, so this one is going to be a while, but it looks good. I may actually be able to, because I've got a somewhat of an automation farm going with those things down there, which actually, I'll worry about that later. But I wonder if the farming needs that I'll be going into will help me with those, and will help me with like farm. And then I have I actually found this out. Actually, I just figured this out a few videos ago, just as like a side thing. Let's see. There we go. A golden lasso. So the golden lasso, I can go around, for those who don't know, I can go around and basically pick up mobs with this and carry it and trade around. It's kind of like a Pokemon ball, but it's a reusable thing. Because there are some of these that it's a one-use, so you can't use it more than one. Well, you can't use it more than one. But this essentially is infinite uses, so I'll be using this to start up a sheep farm as well. But with the amount of string I'm pulling, I don't know. Well, no, because I can dye the sheep and then I can just automatically harvest the wool from them that way. So yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay, so alright. Well, thank you for watching this episode. Hopefully in the next video I'll have something a little bit more of the top of the castles built. I don't know why I put windows right next to those windmills. Oh well. But hopefully at that point I'll have something a little bit more built, a little bit more showy, and I will have hopefully gotten started into the whole farming age. Alright, see you guys around.